Alright, boys, welcome back to Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. My god, do we have a case ahead of us. So, in the last one, for those of you popping in here, we saw Phoenix Wright's final trial from 7 years ago. The reason we watched it was because it's becoming relevant again in this weird case that we're doing to test out the jurist system, which I'm starting to think that Phoenix's secret plot to implement the jurist system is going to ultimately be like his way to get his revenge or comeuppance or clear his name on this old case. Because he picked a case that's clearly tied directly to the trial that got him to lose his license to practice law, which is very unfortunate. All because of forged evidence. The forger, a young little girl who was, I guess, 12 at the time, 19 right now, currently in the hospital because of acute atroquinine poisoning. Unfortunate. Her father, Drew Misham, he was in a bit of a tizzy of a situation. I'm so sorry if you can hear the people running some kind of blade outside again. They seem to like to do that whenever I try to record. It is what it is. So ultimately, we're trying to figure out who killed her father. There's a man. He is her father. He was the front man for this girl's forgeries, and they were extorting a lot of money by creating fake paintings, but then we found out that they were also in the black market for making forged evidence that was illegal. Somehow Trucy, when she was a small little child, got her little tiny little hands on a piece of forged evidence that she gave to Phoenix. Phoenix presented it in the court, and then he was called out on it by prosecutor Gavin, and then he lost his license. It's a lot that happened. Also, in another case, there was a different murder of Grammary, the old magician who had his two apprentices, Zach and Valant, and it was believed that Zach had killed him, but we think that Valant had killed him. And so there's also that case that's happening on the sidelines, and we don't really know what happens there because Zach disappeared instead of being handed down a verdict. He just kind of, went missing, so to speak. So I guess no verdict was ever really declared in the trial, but we're probably still going to have to solve that mystery at some point or another. Anyways, it's a lot to recap. Let me get my hellos in order, and then I guess we'll just start the game, because I don't see how anything else is going to work here. Jacob Welsh, Deo Communist, Between Heaven and Hell, Mad Cats, Amaryllis, Two Spinner, Dogface, Breezy, Reverso, Josh Scott, Phoenix of Granter. It's good to see all of you guys. Thank you for popping into the chat. No Passion, happy to have you here. I'm excited to see where this is going to go next. I gotta say, traffic has been driving me crazy. If I can rant before we start the game, I always have to get these rants out. I don't know what's going on this week, but there have been car accidents, multiple, every single day this week that has caused massive traffic backups. Yesterday, there were two. There was a traffic accident when I was leaving my apartment on the thruway that caused a traffic backup on the throughway when I was trying to go north. And then when I was trying to come back home and trying to go south, at the end of the day, there was a second traffic accident, of course, on the southbound side of the throughway. So both when I was leaving and coming back, I got stuck in these traffic jams because of car accidents. And mind you, the weather has been beautiful this week. All right, there has not been any weird weather conditions. It's been clear blue skies. So I'm like, how the hell are people getting into so many accidents this week? What is going on? I hate traffic, so it gets under my skin very bad. I'm like, how are you going to rear end somebody and cause this massive traffic backup when I just want to go home? But it is what it is. All right, I shouldn't complain too much. I also got a new shipment of stuff from JJ Malibu, so I'm going to find out a time where I can take some pictures of that at some point. We'll see how that goes. All right, ranting is out of my system. Is there anything else I wanted to say? There was definitely something, but I can't remember what it was. So I might have to just let it go. Magic Dog, hello. Thank you for popping into the chat. Blinding Sun, perhaps? Not even. Because the way, The sun is most dangerous at, like, sunset and sunrise, and these traffic accidents, they're happening well before sunset. As you guys can see while I'm streaming, I am home now, and now we're entering the hours where the sun is going to start setting. So these are kind of like the hours where the sun could, like, really get into your eyes and kind of blind some people while they're driving. We're talking about, like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun is still way high up in the sky, and, like, it's not a thing that's blinding people at that point in time. At least it shouldn't be. I don't know. I've never had a problem with the sun at that hour. Maybe in, like, the winter months when you start getting sunset earlier, but in the middle of summer? Ugh. Anyways, I feel like I've wasted a lot of time. Is anybody still here? Yes, there's a couple of you. All right, let's try. That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. But you'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. There's our guy. Which of Grammari's disciples pulled the trigger? That we need to figure out. I mean, it was Valant, but we gotta prove it. Where did the vanishing defendant, Grammary, go? And what dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? Yeah, her dad totally dipped. I guess that's how we ended up adopting her. Whoa, the Mason system. Do you think it stands for something? Whoa, what is this? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. Whoa, Nelly. But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first, you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. It's a game within a game. Oh no. Oh, Daddy Nick! Are you my guide through the Matrix? I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended, half finished, when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Wow, this is like some weird fourth wall breaking going on right now. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama. Ah, it's making a comeback! What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Touch the arrow to switch between the past and the present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. What the fuck is going on in this world? Alright, 7 years ago we got the detention center, we got the defendant's lobby number 2, we got the Wright and Company law offices, and we got Drew's studio, and then, whoa, Nelly! Over here we got a bunch of stuff that appears to be locked, that we can't really access. Huh. This is wild. Phoenix acting like a game show host out here. Alright, so I guess we're gonna... Maybe this is gonna be like an investigation piece, just a little bit of a weird one that takes place inside of a computer. Getting like a Scooby-Doo in the Cyber Chase vibes. Alright, let's go to the detention center, see what happens. 7 years ago. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. The Magic Dog, the Mason system, is a reference to Perry Mason, an old book series / TV show about a defense lawyer who investigates crimes to clear his clients' names. I hear it was one of the original inspirations for Ace Attorney. Oh, interesting. I wanted to wake up and just walk away, but I figured I'm the only one who could do this. Probably. And besides, I have plenty of time on my hands now because I'm jobless. I'm Phoenix Wright, and I am newly unemployed. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. Wait. Boys, it's not here! The badge! The attorney's badge, the one item that we always have. Our little token of safety. We simply don't have it. Hey, we got a profile for Apollo, though. Whoa, 15! Oh, it's 7 years earlier. It's funny that they're using his adult profile picture. But, oh man, my boy Apollo is a minor right now. So be good, chat. We've gone 7 years in the past. A greenhorn defense attorney I happen to meet, I call him Apollo. But I won't meet him for another 7 years. So that's fine. Christoph Gavin is only 25. And he's not incarcerated yet. Game, you got a couple of plot holes with your character profiles. That's fine. I'm not too mad about it. Entry hazard. Finally, I'm watching this live after catching up. Hello, thank you for popping in. Alright, let's pop into the detention center because we're Phoenix Wright and we're no longer a lawyer, but we just can't leave our clients alone, especially after things... Well, actually, who are we going to talk to here? Because Zach didn't get declared... Zach won't be in the detention center. He's gone. 7 years ago, detention center visitors room. Oh, it's Valant. What strange sight doth mine eyes behold? I beg your pardon? Two men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems like fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. Oh, so they are holding him. Interesting. Okay. There's been no proof that I forged anything. Nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor, yet here I am. Yet these chains, they cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits, and what may I ask awaits you? I guess a little piano and a cold little hole in the wall. Phoenix already working on that side hustle, getting that grind going. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? Well, ideally, the shooting of Grammary. Who pulled the trigger? Valant or his partner, Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm gonna get any closer to the truth, this is gonna be the place to start. Alright, let's chat him up. A fateful trial. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yeah, he made my attorney's badge disappear and never even touched it. Salty Phoenix. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what exactly? Zach Grammary killed Magnify. It's as good as a signed confession. That does certainly appear to be the public opinions on it. A public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience awaits with bated breath, there will be Valant, and so... Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. Valant Grammary has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. I mean, that's true. Your name is going to be all over the news. Amaryllis, how did Phoenix know of Apollo when he was 15, though? No, I don't think he did. I think that's just a glitch in the character profiles. I don't know when precisely they meet, but yeah, they updated. The thing is, these are the same profile descriptions from the beginning of the game, kind of, sort of, a little bit, because it also says that Christoph Gavin is incarcerated for the murder of Shady Smith. And the murder of Shady Smith, that's not going to happen for another 7 years. So that's just a glitch where they didn't change the descriptions. So I do not believe he has met Apollo yet. Let's talk about the blackmail. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valant. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnifi's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Grammary followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. And what might that be? I want to know what Magnifi had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner into killing him? The trick up his sleeve? Ah ha ha! Perhaps you do not know. Yeah, clearly I don't. Can you fill me in? A great magician never reveals his secrets. Oh my god, we got Cyclops! Oh wow, oh 4. Jeez, we're starting strong. Listen, the game was like, I know you've been waiting on these, so we're gonna give you a nice hefty amount of Cyclops to break. I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience. Ringing bells! Hello, thank you for popping in. Bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case, and if nobody had played any of the previous games, this would probably be a pretty confusing moment. You see, this rock shows me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it. Oh, that's nice. I like that we get to use the Magatama again. That's a good gameplay mechanic. Because it makes the investigations a lot more fun. So we have to collect evidence. We only have just begun. I feel like we probably can't do that much, right? Probably not yet. End search. Okay, so that's interesting. We've got Valant who has Cyclops, and we'll have to figure out how to do that. Magic Dog, you are not the first person to tell me also that they are probably pronounced Psyche locks. I don't like the way that sounds though. So we're gonna call them Cyclops. It just rolls off the tongue better to me. Alright, defendant lobby number 2. Let's see if we can build some evidence and build a case to figure out what the blackmail was about. And then we'll try to get back to him. Alright, 7 years ago, district court, defendant lobby number 2. Huh. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way. This trial is over. Ah, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack. There's one thing I wish to make clear. Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about this! Yes, so this is what happened yesterday. Mr. Enigmar! The defendants escaped. Find him. Schnell! Bailiff! Close all exits from the building. And they never found him. He was gone. When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge. But now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir. Oh my god, it's Meekins! No! Oh, you guys, this game's gonna kill me inside. How many characters are we gonna see? My boy! Down on the hands! Floor! On your heads! Now! Whoa, what's the big idea? Whoa, my ears! No unauthorized personnel are allowed in here, sir! Gonna break my microphone. But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. Wait, what? I missed. Zoink! Oh my goodness. I just say it like it is, sir, and it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet, sir. Meekins, you had a girl? Tell me about him. I need your profile, my guy. We've met before, haven't we? On a case? About 2 years ago, I think. No recollection of that, sir! Really? Because, you were on some hot videotapes of walking in there, getting into a fight and everything. I also saved your ass from going to jail, so you're welcome. Huh? For me, working a case is always in the present. Progressive tense, sir. There is no past, there is only now, sir! Oh, okay, Jesus Christ. You're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir! Court bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir! I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape. Look, let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir! It was me, sir! But you were a regular police officer once, right? Look, sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir! Something tells me it's a long story and we probably don't want to get into it. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing. I'm dying over here, sir! Oh, it's a hard knock life! Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet, sir! Right, you said that already. Guess I wasn't the only victim. So he lost a lot. My poor boy Meekins! Man, listen, it's time for you to quit women, I think. Look, the last time we met, you were a police officer. In fact, you're still wearing your uniform as a police officer. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, sir, but last year, tragedy struck a rising star in the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days and they fired me. Wow, that actually takes some talent. You know, they don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff. But your uniform. I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired, sir. Yeah, I feel like that's not necessarily allowed, but also, I feel like I own uniforms from every single job where I had a uniform. So it's kind of like a loosey-goose. Working for the police is probably significantly more important because you could impersonate a cop. I think the police force hopefully takes it much more seriously to recollect your belongings than like the Tim Hortons coffee shop that I worked at, because do I still own my Tim Hortons like shirts and hats and pants and stuff? I absolutely do. Do I believe that I technically, when I quit that job or like moved on with my life, was supposed to return those things, like go into the store? I think I probably was, but I don't think that they're like hunting me down over it. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day. I'm dying over here, sir! A star. Okay, this is all the same. Jesus Christ. Look, is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Grammary's disappearance? Oh, the humanity, sir! Right, look, without the megaphone, please. Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 o'clock p.m. when I heard the commotion in the car. I opened the door to see what it might be amiss. The door slams open, slam, and then some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face! Right, so you saw someone suspicious coming your way. Yes, I did, and being a bailiff of little standing, I gave him chase. I chased that silk hat all the way down to the hallway, sir. Right. I have a diagram of the court building here. Oh, wow, we've never gotten to see the courtroom like this. Aha! There's courtroom number 7, that's where I was, sir! Alright, courtroom number 7, and then we have these lobbies. Lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. All by myself, nary a friend to call my own, sir! Right, that's great. So anyway, which way did Zach Grammary run after he burst through the courtroom door? Oh my god, his little hat icon. He went up like this and around the corner like that! So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. And when I turned the corner, I saw the magician run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. I remembered like it was right here because it was in lobby number 2, sir. So you ran into this room. I don't really see any place you could hide in here. Believe Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke, he was just gone. Well, that's simply not possible, because magic isn't real. Also, can I use my magical rock to open your Cyclops? Yes, that word. Oh, how many times I've heard that word. Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying over here. Dying! Okay, Jesus, my guy, I'm so sorry. But look, you've got to admit it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby? I searched. Why the pause? There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir. Jeez, how can this guy talk so loud and still be hiding something? Let's talk about the vanishing trick. So, Zach was in this room when he vanished. Absolutely, sir! I saw him with my own eyes, sir. That red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside that room. Silk hat, cape, that definitely sounds like him for sure. But, sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. There's nothing I could do, but, well, nothing, sir. All right, well, what about now? Have any ideas? Sir! Ideas about what exactly, if you don't mind me asking, sir? Well, you've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that? Ah, more Cyclops. I should have known. We only get one case to do this, so there's gonna be a lot of them to go around. All right, so he has 2. That should be a little bit easier to break, I think. The vanishing trick. Do we have any ideas as to what might have happened? We got a lot of stuff, but I don't know that any of it's gonna be relevant to the Cyclops right now. Interesting. I'm gonna be back, Meekins. You just wait here. I'm starting to find that by doing this investigation, I'm getting more questions than answers. Oh my god, let's go to the old Wright & Company law offices. 7 years ago, Wright & Company law offices.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? Are they picking on you?
Ha ha ha! I'm fine as always. This old boy here is here to help me after all. Right, that's young man to you, please.
Good morning. That's a cute outfit.
Good morning, little girl. I'm a man. It's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show's today, after all.
Right, okay. 2 weeks had passed since then. And I called that girl into my office. Oh no. Hey, Trucy. There's something we need to talk about. You gave me evidence that got me disbarred. And I understand that you just lost your dad, but like, seriously, girl? Respectfully? What the fuck? What's up with that? It's been 2 weeks since your father, disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. Oh, gee. Oh, no. Is this when he adopts her? I did some calling around, and this is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. Oh, no. It's the classic Fae tragedy. Maya lost everybody around her except Pearls. Now we got our... Emma lost her sister, but we did save her sister in the end, so that was one good piece of evidence. And now... this poor little girl has no living relatives. That's not... What about Valant? I guess they weren't blood related. It was just her dad's friend. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. You know, just until your daddy comes home. It shouldn't be long. 7 years later. I hope. Of course, you know, it's completely your choice. I mean, if you don't like it here, you could go wherever you want. I could look up some places that you might want to stay at. God, this is very weird and uncomfortable.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you're gonna be my family?
Wait, what? I guess so. I guess we call it Ohana? This is getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney?
Actually, why don't you call me, you could call me Nick. Oh, that's sweet. He's given out that little nickname that Maya used to call him. Or you can call me Daddy if you like. It doesn't have to be today. I'm thinking Phoenix! Well, I assumed that this very chipper girl was gonna pull that out of her ass on her own, be like, I'll just make you my new daddy. But Phoenix is the one who said you can call me Daddy? Nick, what are you doing? Don't, no, ew. Why? Why would you say she could call you that?
Okay, say Daddy.
Well, that was quick. Yeah?
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't really paid for lunches at my last school for like a year, so you're gonna cover that for me, right, Daddy?
You know, I'm used to it.
Oh, also this office, I don't mean to be rude, but like, it's a little bit blah, Daddy. A little color would go a long way, you know? Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't worry one bit. I'm gonna work twice as hard and we'll make it through this.
Trucy, how old are you again?
I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. I'm gonna be the breadwinner of our family. Stick with me and you're gonna do just fine, Daddy.
Wow, okay. Thanks. Jesus. Okay. I guess no, before we chat with her, I don't do a lot of examining, but there's one thing I will always examine. Charlie. My mentor's favorite plant, Charlie. I guess watering Charlie's my only real job now. Wait! I have a child now! I can't feed Trucy like this. Can't just pour water on her and hope she grows. She probably needs more than an occasional watering. Jesus. Yeah, took on a whole lot of responsibility real quick. An old movie poster hangs on the wall. I finally found out the title after not knowing for the longest time. I actually rented the movie the other day and cried my eyes out. You know, just thinking about it makes me tear up. I should show it to her when she's a little older. Wait, what is it called again? Nice, nice. Is there anything that's gonna, like, reference Maya or Mia? Quite the collection of law books. My mentor bought all of them. I used to be too busy to read them. Now that I have the time to read them, there's simply no need to read them. So I'm just not going to do it. But I can't just sell them. Maybe Trucy will want to read them someday. Probably not. Window? You can still see that hotel from the window here. The Gatewater. Every time I look back, I think about those old cases. That voluptuous pink woman. I wonder if the view looks different now that I'm not wearing my old badge.
I really take the far out view, Daddy.
Yeah, thanks. She must have learned a lot of words from her parents. Yeah, a very verbose child. I like it. Alright, let's chat with Trucy.
So, Daddy, you know how you got fired from being a lawyer? And it was, like, low-key my fault?
Yeah, you know, you could at least maybe not make such direct eye contact with me when you directly say I was fired from my job. It's a bit of a sensitive topic. You know, it's actually kind of hard for me to deal with.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that what they call foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
Well, I guess you're actually pretty accurate.
So here's my idea. Let's make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one's gonna be my friend at school that way, Daddy.
Right, I guess that won't do. This is all happening a little fast for me, I gotta be honest. I just don't really know much about anything other than law. It's almost like I was written as a character inside of some fictional video game where law is my entire life. And honestly, I don't even know if I know much about law, if you were to ask some people.
Well, maybe the problem is calling it an office. Why don't we run an agency instead?
You mean like a talent agency? Look, forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent? Maybe.
You got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
Professional?
Uh-huh. After all, I'm directly descended from the famous Grammary.
Directly descended? He's your father.
Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Ray too.
No, that's not how that works, sweetie. I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Look, could you tell me a little bit more about your daddy, or, Grammary?
Oh, Daddy, sure thing, Daddy.
God, it's a game of so many daddies. Wait, which daddy are we talking about again?
Daddies are so amazing.
I don't disagree.
The biggest star of Troop Grammary, and they're big.
The Grammarys. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, though, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zack and Valant Grammary together, you know? Once they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage, and then this giant swarm, and then this giant trout swam right up the giant waterfall.
You know what? I had a former assistant who I think would have loved to have stood under that waterfall. Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top.
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
Oh, I shouldn't have brought it up so soon, probably.
I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Oh yeah, Mommy. Can we talk about her for a minute, please? What about Mommy? I think Lucagen's episode on this part was titled Too Many Daddies. Is it not an accurate title? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother. Do you guys hear that? Apologies if you hear that.
But I have mad magic, and I have a great daddy. I mean, even if he's a deadbeat loser who's unemployed now.
Thanks, Trucy. That smile really warms my heart.
You know, I think things are gonna be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mom. So, look, Trucy. You're a professional?
Uh-huh, it's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be, frogs.
Yeah, wait, they say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called, like, tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid.
Right. So, in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy.
Uh-huh, that's right.
Well,
Do you want to see a trick?
you're gonna do a magic trick. Please show me maybe next time. Well, my answer. Look, maybe next time, kid. Anytime a kid wants to make you watch something, you know it's gonna be the stupidest shit you ever have to see. And then you have to be there and be like, that was great, sweetie. You're doing amazing. Keep trying. But no, we're trying to be supportive. And honestly, Trucy's probably, like, talented. So let's see. Maybe this will be the very first appearance of Mr. Hat. Actually, yeah, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da!
It is the first Mr. Hat appearance!
Hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen.
Jesus! Whoa. Well, that was a bit startling.
It's the amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great? You're a friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service.
Yeah, he certainly makes an impression. You know? An impression?
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy. Though my routine's get a bit heady at times. Get it? Heady?
Right. My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat, who nearly gave me a heart attack. Added to the court record. Nice! Let's talk about Mommy. Could you, tell me about your mommy? If it's, okay, I mean.
Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on the stage.
On stage? Wait, you mean with your daddy? I'm sticking to my guns here. No spoilers, by the way, but literally just based off the picture we saw of the troop Grammary and the literal exact same, like, haircut of, like, the little braids, I guess, going down, I'm pretty convinced that the female, who was apparently a part of troop Grammary, is Lamiwar, and I'm guessing that that's hinting that Lamiwar ended up being Trucy's mother. And in fact, it never even occurred to me to think about, but in the first case, or in the case that Lamiwar was in, there was a big point about Lamiwar's brooch being evidence. And it probably wasn't exactly the same, but Trucy also has a brooch that appears to be in a somewhat similar fashion. I don't know. That's where I think this is going. I think Trucy's mommy is very much alive.
She was always there with Zack and Valant, smiling. But then she went away.
Went away? Also, did you notice that Trucy can't do her tricks as well as a little kid? You can see her, like, mouth moving and her moving the prop. I did notice that. That's kind of... We get to see the character being built.
It was a grand illusion, but, she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't really know how to get back.
Oh. Maybe so.
I cried then a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
The locket. Ah, there she is. Come on. Yeah, I don't think it's really much of a secret. Like, she doesn't look different at all. This is your mother? She's beautiful.
Her name's... Talisa.
Talisa Grammary. Am I saying that correctly? Is it Talisa? Is it Thalisa? Is it a silent H? God damn it, the alphabet fucking me up with all their silent letters. So that's funny. So the locket ultimately gets replaced with Trucy's picture. Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes. It's funny that you immediately claimed the woman in Troop Grammary was Lamiwar, but didn't notice that Zack was blatantly Shady Smith. Well, here's the thing about Shady Smith. One, he was an already deceased character in the first case, so he played such a minimal role in the first case that it was easy to kind of forget about him by the end of the game. But Lamiwar was the case literally right before this one, and she was a very prominent character who I spent a lot of time looking at. So she was definitely much more in your face. Thalassa? Thalassa? Is that how you're supposed to say it? Either T or TH, but the middle syllable is accented, not the first. What? Thalassa. Ew, I don't like that. Thalassa. 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 Her name is Thalassa. 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 No, not Thalassa. Why does everybody have such a weird name in here? Man, I shouldn't say that. That's probably offensive. Thalassa is a Greek name. Look at me being uncultured as hell. Spelt with theta, so the th sound. So it's Thalassa, not Thalassa. Thalassa. Am I saying it correctly now? Thalassa. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes.
Hey, Daddy, you won't.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna vanish. I promise. Just don't ever let me go to get milk. Don't say it so slowly.
Right! You can even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess all I rate as is a backup plan now. Alright, Trucy's locket added to the court record. We're getting evidence, boys! I think that's probably enough for today. And I'm sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family now. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
Wait, what? But wait, are we representing anyone?
Well, me and you. That makes 2, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm not talented.
Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Oh, well, you know, when you put it that way...
You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or 2 in his pocket.
Oh, wait, oh. Yeah, no, don't worry, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you tomorrow bright and early, Daddy.
Oh, God. Got a little prop moving.
Ooh, welcome to the team, Daddy-O.
The team, right. Okay. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. And that's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she really gave me some light. Aw, that's kind of sweet. Thalassa means sea in ancient Greek, apparently. Oh, we finished one! Alright, no psych locks on Trucy, that's great. Alright, does that unlock anything for us over here? It does not. Okay. So that's one piece of the puzzle down. I guess let's check out Drew's studio, see if we can get some more evidence on our hands. 7 years ago, Drew's studio. Wow, this place looks different. I figured you'd come here sooner or later. Is it Drew? It is. God, I love his messed up hair. He's a man who doesn't have time to care. I decided on sooner. Drew Misham was it, right? Man, this guy's a big mystery to us. We gotta learn a lot about what his deal is. I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I came here to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that right. I suppose you have that right. I don't even know what voice to do for this beady-eyed man. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit, you made quite an impression on me. I'm pretty used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Have you ever been to Labyrinthia? Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched. Intensely. Oof. My god, oh god, look at her, she's so little. Ah, this is my daughter, Vera. Say hello. She's gone. Me as a child. Oh man, my parents have friends over. I better run away and hide. Shall we begin then? We shall. There's a lot I need to ask you. Judging from this place, I'm guessing you're a painter. Not, sadly, a profitable one. Never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I'd be able to get by, were it only me. Your daughter, huh? Her mother grew weary of me, and she left. Oh no! Listen, I'm a new father myself, so we can bond over this. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. And that is why I began my other occupation. The forgeries. Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for. But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside painting. Really? To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility. So then why did you take the job? I was well paid. Very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. Just a guy strapped for cash trying to do a get-rich-quick scheme illegally, and now he's facing the consequences of his actions. The past is hard to escape. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course. Look, sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. That sounds like it's time to present, boys! The notebook page. Look, here's your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too. And that's why I have to know. And you have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. So let's chat, you and I. I love this music so much. I feel like such a sleuth. Magnifi's diary. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did? It was unlike anything I had attempted before. I guess it would be a little different from paintings. No, that's not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy. And this wasn't a copy? The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page as reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client himself. So, you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote. Yes, as I said, it was my first job of that nature. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them. No, not personally. Oh, you lying son of a bitch! Cyclops! Of course. It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. So that's interesting. So whose Cyclops can we go after first? Amazing Mr. Hat, Trucy's locket, Magnifi's diary, stage pistol. Well, we've looked at all of the things we can look at, so I'm guessing there's not that much left we can do other than to start trying to break open people's Cyclops. So as long as we're already here, let's start. The good thing about the Cyclops is we can always back off if we don't have what we need. So we might be able to get an idea of what we need if we try to peek in here. Wow, that animation though. You're hiding something. Let's see if we can find out what he's hiding. Alright. Oh, listen to it! Oh, it's so good! Oh, they updated this for sure, right? I can't tell. It's the same track, but it just sounds like it's been, like, revamped a tiny bit. Yeah, it's got, like, a couple of things in the background. I like that. Alright, Drew, let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Misham? I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client. True. When I asked the client's name, there was no Cyclops in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So what's Mr. Misham hiding? The forger, the sampler, the client. I mean, we do know that he's not the real forger, so maybe all of this Cyclops stuff is about Vera being the forger. Since we already know that, we could try it. Or the sample. I mean, any of these. Phoenix just said he believes that he didn't meet the client, so I think he might be hiding the fact that he's not the forger, and then the real forger, Vera, she might have met the client. So that would make sense. Let's go with that. I can pretty much piece together what it is that from what you've said. Wait, what is it then? You told me what you knew about the clients, and I couldn't see any psych locks.
Psycho locks? Is that some sort of asylum security or a new hairstyle, perhaps?
No. But they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client?
As I said in court, I do not know.
Or, wow, a flashback for this, really? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. Never met them, not personally. Not personally. Those words triggered the psych lock.
Again with the psycho locks. Look, I gotta know what they are.
So you didn't meet with the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence?
Wait, what? Perhaps I'm hung up on this whole lock business, but I'm afraid you lost me.
Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psych locks. Or psyche locks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't really matter how I got there. Fair.
And what's your conclusion?
The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham.
Poppycock!
Wow, what a word.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell ya. Made here in my studio. Who else could have made it but me?
That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you— Oh! Jesus.
drhead323 has just donated $3. Here's to more multi-character narrations and Muscle Tank Gaming.
Aw, thank you so much! Thank you so much for the donation! Guys, there's a donation link listed below. You can use it anytime you want. There's also a Discord link below. We will have so many multi-character voiced Muscle Tank times ahead of us, I'm sure. Make no mistake, we've still got multiple Ace Attorney games to go through after this one at some point, so it will be happening. Tell that to the math teachers back in school. It doesn't matter how you got to the answer, as long as you got to the right answer. Every math teacher cringing ever. No! You must show your work so we can take points off. The real forger was Winston Payne. Alright, so the real forger at Drew's studio is the girl. Throw the girl at him. Thalassa, sorry. Thalassa. Age 33. Looking like a queen.
Take that!
The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it?
But that's ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been one for more like for landscapes, not surrealism.
Yeah, nice comeback, Bob Ross, but you're shaking in your boots. And I think I got you now. The only two people with access to this studio are you and your daughter. The psyche locks tell me you're not the forger. See, now you guys got me wanting to say psyche locks instead of psych, but I've called them psych locks for the past 3 games. I just like psych better than psyche. Now I'm gonna flip-flop back and forth between them. I'm gonna have no consistency. You're not the forger, my guy. That makes your daughter the only possibility.
I feel very much on the verge of going psycho lock on myself.
Unlock successful. Alright, spill the beans, my guy.
I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera, not I. She's only 12, a genius you might call her.
Uh-oh. Entry hazards entered the chat. As a math teacher, I rather care the student was using the right method for the solution, and I'm rather forgiving if the solution is wrong, simply from some calculation error. Oh, no, I totally agree, by the way. In addition to joking about like how annoying it is that students have to show their work in math class, you fundamentally absolutely do have to show your work, because you have to provide evidence to the math teacher and to the school that you understand what you're doing. That is kind of important in math class. We do the same thing in science, even though it's not math. You can't just... a lot of science questions, at least in a good science classroom, like biology, a bad science classroom has you just memorize vocabulary words and just what is the definition of this word? Or we give you a definition, you have to tell you what word it is. A lot of high school biology classes do that, but you're not really learning anything. A much better assessment of learning is to be like, hey, can you explain some kind of scientific concept to me using your vocabulary that you've learned and really think through an answer to a solution, not just memorizing something that means nothing to you. So yeah, it is it's a pain in the ass to show your work, but it is necessary. It is important. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently.
Well, I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now.
Speaking of science, I'm gonna keep badgering you about this, but when are you getting that 411 donation message set up? Shoot! This weekend. Phoenix of Grandeur, hold it to me. If I don't have it ready by Monday's stream, I don't know, egg on my face will be me. I will get it done this weekend. We're gonna get that 411 donation set up for the info number. It's not set up yet, but we will. 420 is set up though. If anybody wants to blaze it.
They're my little girl's playthings now.
Do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So Vera's the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then?
Actually, the client came once. Here to the studio.
Wait, what? Whoa, why didn't you say that sooner?
Well, their face was covered and they didn't want to talk to me.
You are telling me. This is important. I want to make sure I'm understanding. Drew Misham, you as a father invited a criminal stranger who was asking for a black market item into your home to meet with your 12-year-old daughter privately without your presence. My guy, I want to be sympathetic for you, but the amount of terrible decision-making that you've been allowing to go on in your home, child services would take your child away from you. How would you let a grown-ass person who you have never even seen meet privately alone with your daughter to discuss a criminal activity they were going to undertake? Think of what she could have happened to her. He could have taken it a lot further than he did, Drew Misham. Anyways, so they talked to your daughter.
I will speak only with the artist. That's what the client told me.
So then the little girl's the key to our mystery. She knows the client's true identity. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? We should talk to Vera. Mr. Misham, I have a request.
Let me guess, you'd like to speak with my daughter.
I mean, apparently you let any grown men talk to her, so yeah, why not? May I?
My daughter's never been one to talk to strangers.
You let one talk to her?
She's quite shy, extremely so, actually. With only one exception.
Which is what?
Oddly enough, it was the client.
So she was willing to meet with the clients. That's weird.
I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It's the first time I'd seen anything of the sort.
That's interesting. So the client got along with her. So the client would be someone, like, charismatic? I'm a little bit... Ooh. Alright, we're only... No spoilers, chat. I'm theorizing. She liked the client. And who do we know that she liked? We know that she liked True Grammary. Who benefited from the forged evidence? I mean, Valant benefited from it. If Valant was the client, he is clearly recognizable to her because he's part of Troop Grammary. We know that she liked Troop Grammary. So, I think it's possible that Valant might be the client. Zach wouldn't necessarily make sense because the evidence incriminated him. Huh. Alright. But I think that makes a lot of sense then. Why she would be willing to meet with him and why she would have enjoyed it. Uh-oh. This could be tough. Let's chat with her. Vera. Vera, was it? I'd like to have a friendly chat. I'm Phoenix Wright, an ex-lawyer, and I guess now I'm a pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say Do and Ray and me. I can't really find them anywhere. Man, I'm not really good at connecting with children, am I? I need something to get through to this girl. Do I still have anything from the Grammaries? Can I throw the amazing Mr. Hat at her? Alright, let's see what we can pull off. I'm assuming she's not going to talk to us at all. I'd like to have a friendly chat. I'm Phoenix Wright. Looking for this. No good at this. We know she likes magicians. Can I show her the crime photo of the dead Magnifi? Probably not, right? Autopsy report, notebook page, IV report, Magnifi's letter, Magnifi's chart. Oh, Magnifi's chart. Malignant tumor in liver has progressed to final stage with no hope of recovery. Patient has 3 months to live. Patient has chronic diabetes, requires regular insulin. I feel like I probably already read that, but doesn't hurt to reread evidence. Stage pistol, Magnifi's diary. Maybe she'll respond to the locket because it's like, it's got a picture of Thalassa, who was part of Troop Grammary also. We could try. I'm sure there's no harm in it. What do you think about this? I think I just made her nervous. I need something to grab her attention, but what? Amazing Mr. Hat? No, that's not gonna work. Maybe the diary, since she made the fake evidence? Maybe the actual evidence that she forged? No? Maybe a gun? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Are we gonna be hitting a wall here? Maybe a picture of the dead magician? No. Alright, I'm quickly running out of ideas. I wish we had the stamp. Can I find the stamp, you think? Maybe I can! Maybe I'll just slide on over here for a closer look. And wow, everything's here. Holy shit. First of all, let's look at the envelope. What's this red envelope?
Ah, don't touch that. That's, it's quite important. The painter's face just changed hues.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'd better behave, though. It's tempting to grab it. There's her little nail polish thingy. God, that looks foreboding as hell. That's a pretty bottle. Don't touch that. We'll get in trouble. Oh, we'll get in trouble.
It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often.
There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. Nail polish or atroquinine. It's an awfully small frame. What's that inside of it? A stamp?
No, please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble.
All right, this is the thing that I want. The stamp belongs to Vera, you see.
She always puts it somewhere she can see it.
There they are. That's Zack and Valant, the Grammaries, isn't it?
The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year. When the Grammaries were at the height of their popularity.
Yeah, but not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. Yeah. She even wears the same color that Trucy wears. She's blue, and Trucy grows up to be blue, and she starts as pink. So Trucy literally wears both colors from both parents. She wears Zack's colors as a child, and then she wears Lamiwar's colors as a older child, or Thalassa's colors.
Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small, you see. And she's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV until the end.
I see.
That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. Still wonder how she got her hands on it.
Commemorative stamp added to the court record. Well, we know, since we're from the future, that it came in the red envelope. And we did get it added to the court record, which means I think this is what we want to present to her. Throw it at her. And then there's this.
My stamp.
Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking? Can I have it? Can I take this from you? Great magicians, aren't they? Isn't Troop Grammary amazing? Huh? Yeah?
Oh.
I especially like those two, Zack and Valant. I mean, they're, just so magical.
Aren't they? Aren't they? Aren't they?
Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm always like, whoa, magic. You know?
Me too! Me too! I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic, yeah.
All right, got her talking. Kids are so easy to manipulate, but it's a start. I went and saw them with
Father one day. The opening ceremony at the Grammary Museum of Magic.
the Grammary Museum. Wait, they have a museum? I guess it makes sense, now that they have their own commemorative stamp. Once you have a stamp, you're basically golden. So, have you been to one of their shows?
Just once, when I was little, with Father. The Grammary is on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, and then reappearing, cutting apart and putting back together. Oh my god, they do it all.
Yeah, look, maybe you could tell me more stuff like this. You know, about Zack and Valant, maybe? Like, have you ever met Valant in person? Here in the studio? Did he ever ask you to make evidence? Better get asking before she changes her mind. Yes, for sure.
I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here.
Why don't you like to go outside?
There's bad people out there.
Well, true, but there's also lots of good people out there, too. Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once. Well, I was gonna say pardon the fuck out of me, but like, when you keep letting strangers meet with her privately, honestly, I'm not surprised. Kidnapped? Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Grammary Museum. With you, in fact. So she does leave the house. Ah, yes, actually, she was quite insistent on that. Much to my surprise, actually. It was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me.
That person gave me a good luck charm.
A good luck charm?
For when I absolutely had to go outside.
Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was.
A strange man you invited into your home gave your daughter a secret gift, and she won't tell you what it is? My guy! Who taught you how to be a parent?
Father, I told you to keep that a secret.
From that client, huh? Well, this I clearly have to hear about, because I'm a responsible dad, and I have a daughter of my own now. So let's talk about it, but first let's talk about your forgeries. So, your father tells me you're pretty good at painting. All sorts of things.
I really like painting a lot. Father's always very happy when I paint them exactly the same.
So you did this too, huh?
Oh yeah, that was my first job.
Your first?
All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips in the way the writer held the pen, and then the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope to analyze it on the computer.
Wow, that's very high tech. She seems happy. Odd. Her work was the last nail in the Grammary coffin. I guess no one told her. Oh no. Let's not ruin her life. Alright.
They're the best in the world.
Huh? Oh, are you talking about Troop Grammary? Yeah, of course. They're the best. Magic, right? That shit's dope. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to swear. Child. That's so dope, girl.
Father gave it to me.
Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it.
I guess I just took it. Yeah.
Took it? We got a lying child on our hands. Only one way to deal with them. Alright, we gotta start waterboarding.
Father got a letter from that person.
That person? You mean, that letter was from the client?
Oh, we talked about the Grammaries forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent the stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it.
They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. Commemorative stamp updated in the court record. Let's talk about that client. So, you met the person that asked you to do this job. And you talked with them. What's this about a good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
I beg your pardon?
If I do it, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told.
Oh, this is going down a dark road. An adult gave you a secret item and told you you can't tell people about it? Yeah, but look, I really, really have to know. Damn it! She's got psych locks. Alright, time to do some psych unlocking. Let's see if we've got anything we can do with this girl. The client. You seem to trust this client. Quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp.
No, that's not why. They listen to me. It's my problem.
Problem? That keeps her inside all the time?
Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I have to do is use a good luck charm.
A good luck charm that your client gave to you. I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? Shit, I don't have it. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. I think I know what he's hinting at, though. Let me go and examine something again really quick. The thing was, it didn't get added into our evidence. Maybe, like, because the thing, the nail polish is what she took as an adult. She took the nail polish to the courtroom with her. So, I think that's probably what the good luck charm is. Can I get it added into my evidence? Because I have to present it to her. How do I do that? Unless I'm on the wrong track. That's so weird. This is you and Vera. Took that one recently. Because if I had it in evidence, that's the thing I would present for sure, beyond a doubt. I just don't have it. I don't think the stamp is her good luck charm, because that just came on the within the postcard. The thing that was probably given to her. Is there anything else I can examine in here?
Ah, going home by any chance?
No, I was just checking out the door. Ah. Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. Take a look at this foreboding drawing. What's this painting here?
Oh, that's one of mine, an illustration for a book.
What kind of a book?
It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be good business.
Alright, okay. Not a feeling I know anything about, at least not yet. Huh. Maybe we're not ready for this yet. That's interesting. I'll be back, Mishams. You guys hang tight. So if we can't... If we're not ready to do her yet, who else do we have to work with? We did get some evidence with, like, Thalassa. Who was in the detention center again? Valant was. But he also had 4 Cyclops, which is kind of a lot. Maybe we could try out Meekins, see if we got anything we can do with this guy. The vanishing trick. Maybe we can figure out something here. We got some other people who have secrets. Let's see if we can break any open. The disappearing trick. Hi, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? I'm gonna need you to spit it out.
What's with the atmosphere here all of a sudden?
You know something, and I'm gonna find out what it is. Zach Grammary vanished from this room. How did he do it?
How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say, sir.
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something?
Well, sir, I see, you see, sir, at the time, sir, I was here and she was there, and sir, listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do anyway?
I'm sorry, little girl. What did you just say?
Yes, sir, did I just say something, sir?
No, you didn't say it. You screamed it really loudly through the megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there?
Sir, I'm gonna have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking, sir.
Reverso! Gotta go for the night. Peace out. See you. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Or Monday. Is tomorrow Friday? I might stream tomorrow. I don't know what's happening tomorrow. Don't hold me to anything. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day. Well, there's only 2 little girls, and I'm assuming it was probably this little girl. Trucy Enigmar. Wow, it's weird to see her last name.
I've never seen that girl until just the other day, sir.
Mr. Meekins, I'm simply not buying it.
Sir! Sir, that day she was here, sir, in the room, sir. But he wasn't.
You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, literal days, I learned a thing or two. Just one thing, but it was how to not make a mistake a little girl for a 7-foot-tall magician, sir.
7 feet? Zach isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Grammary. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. Something that tricked this courtroom once before. Something that actually got Apollo Justice a saved lifeline. When you see a mysterious man that looks like a magician in a silk hat. I think I know what it was you saw, Mr. Meekins. I think you saw the amazing Mr. Hat.
What's that, sir?
This is that girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show, down at the Wonder Bar, where she performs as a 12-year-old child at the bar. The amazing Mr. Hat. Apparently the same bar for 7 years. Have you ever been to the Wonder Bar?
So, it wasn't a walking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night on stage I saw a vision, except, well, it wasn't a vision, sir. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat! He really exists, sir!
Unlocked successful. We're making progress again. So, that's the vanishing trick.
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague, sir. Zach Grammary exited the courtroom, sir. I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room, sir. Zach Grammary, don't you even think about you can escape from my Meekins! Down on your hands, floor on your head!
Wait, what?
Hello?
Is something the matter, mister?
No, that is... Sir, I'm currently tracing a suspect, sir! Zach Grammary, do you know him?
Oh, I love Zach Grammary. His magic's the best. I'm his biggest fan.
I see. That's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Look, anyway, that's the very same Zach Grammary who came into this room.
No one's been in here except me.
But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug.
Wow, so Trucy helped her father abandon him. Or abandon her. That's wild. So, Trucy was an accomplice.
Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him.
Mr. Hat, you mean?
I couldn't believe my own eyes, sir. For a while, I thought it had been all a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week?
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared, it was Mr. Hat.
The trick vanishes. Though it seems complex, what really happens that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door and out came Zach. Right. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act. And she was standing in front of lobby number 2. The little hat! Along with Mr. Hat. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, while you are standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner, and most likely he ran into the closest door, lobby number 1. This is where you came in. You turned the corner, and in a rather warm pursuit, and at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2 with the amazing Mr. Hat out. Magic Dog. No, she didn't help him run away. She just helped him go get cigarettes from the courthouse vending machine. He's gonna be right back. So, all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. And then you are none the wiser.
Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments, sir. Then I saw the cape, sack Grammary's red cape, fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir. All my days of buzzing queries and making inquiries and chasing queries, wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die, sir. Or the scattered remains of a measly eaten chocolate parfait.
Wow, such sweet sorrows. Look, I'm sorry, my guy. I had no idea how much you suffered on account of this case.
It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me.
Actually, look, about the girl, I'm sort of her guardian now.
Oh, is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Great, love that for you.
I let the defendant escape, that's the stone-cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great Detective Gumshoe!
Oh, that's cute. Look, Mr. Meekins, here's a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar, if you want it.
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I've had taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free! Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir.
Right, might be a while, but I look forward to it. Oh, we beat the Meekins level! All eyes were on Zach Grammary that day in court, until his mysterious disappearance. Now, part of the mystery has been revealed, but the magician remains out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. Whoa, whoa, oh, I'm not doing this. We've unlocked something in the present. The Borscht Bowl Club. That's exciting. Ooh, but we're also kind of up on time for today. And, you know, the one good thing about this weird Mason system is it looks like I can get a little bit of an idea. It looks like we're going to have quite a bit more to do in this. Because we got 4 things over here in the present. And we still have a couple things to do in the past. Probably not too much. We'll have to take on Valant at some point, and we'll have to take on this girl at some point. And we'll have to check out what's going on in the present day. So I guess that's what's going to be on the agenda. Either if I do stream tomorrow, but tomorrow is a Friday, so it might be a weekend. If not, I typically come back on Sundays. So, I hope you guys will be back when I do stream next, whenever it may be, to continue on in the Mason system and continue on this weird investigation we're doing between past and present. It'll be exciting to go back to present day. I wonder if that's going to be Apollo stuff or... well, I guess it's the Borscht Bowl Club, so I guess it's still going to be Phoenix. This whole thing might be like, what was Phoenix doing in the present? That could be how it's going to go. It'll be cool regardless, whoever we're playing as and what's going on. I look forward to it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Please do leave a like on the stream if you've been here the whole time. The engagement is super helpful, and I look forward to seeing you when I play next, alright? Until then, toodles, boys!